The missile zips past his field of view. It chases down the Libyan jet and detonates into its fuselage.
What's the story, people? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're checking out the F-14 American jets versus the Soviet jets. I've heard so much about the F-14. It's meant to be this amazing jet. This is going to be amazing. Let's go.
It's August the 18th, 1981. Off the coast of Libya, two MiG-25s from the Libyan Air Force race out to sea. An American carrier group has just entered their national waters and launched dozens of fighter jets into the sky. War, it seems, has dawned upon these waters. The Libyan pilot steels himself, laser focused on the battle ahead, when he sees something out of the corner of his eye. He turns his head in shock. To his left is an American F-14 Tomcat flying alongside him. He stares at the enemy pilot in complete disbelief as he gives him back a mocking wave, and to add further insult, the man on the back seat takes a picture. The Libyan pilot finds himself completely outclassed. He knows the Americans operate in pairs. The second jet must be already behind him with his missiles at the ready. Pilot Lawrence Muchinsky and radio intercept officer James Anderson watch amused as the Libyan MiG-25s turn back to base. They joke and laugh, joined by their commander Henry Kleeman and his RIO David Venlet as they return back to the Nimitz. In reality,
I think it's only America that can do that. I don't think there's any other country that can actually look you in the eye and be like, that's gangster. That's pure gangster.
In reality, the American forces have no intention of war or bloodshed, even if they know they're flirting with the possibility. The Libyan government had declared the Gulf of Sidra to be part of their territory, while the United States and many others consider it to be international waters. Because of this disagreement, the US has decided to sail through the disputed territory, challenging the Libyan claim. The first day had gone swimmingly for the Americans, with their fighters turning away 70 Libyan aircraft without a single shot being fired. Kleeman particularly enjoyed interacting with the Libyan pilots, later describing the day as all fun and games. Little did he know that things would become much more serious. Kleeman and Muchinsky are back in the sky very early in the morning the following day. Call sign Fast Eagle 102 and 107 respectively. They've been patrolling for over an hour when an unidentified contact headed straight towards them appears on their screens. The experience of the prior day has them quite comfortable, so Kleeman in Fast Eagle 102 calmly reports the contact before heading to meet it. The two planes adopt an intercept formation, with Muchinsky in Fast Eagle 107 putting some distance from his flight leader. Kleeman is the first to get visual with the enemy, spotting not one, but two Libyan Su-22 fitters flying wingtip to wingtip straight towards him. At that very moment, Muchinsky's radar malfunctions and he loses the ping of the enemy fighters, but he's undeterred. He can intercept with visual only. But then, the maneuver turns from routine to horror when he sees an orange flash from under one of the Su-22's wings and a smoke trail streaking out towards Kleeman. They've just fired a missile. In a state of disbelief, he reports, "Two fitters have shot at my leader." Kleeman sees the missile coming and instantly pulls hard to the left. The missile flies right past him, followed moments later by the pair of enemy fighters.
Wait. I'm sure the missiles today, they can actually, so literally, they can't miss you. It's like if they send a missile or drone to a plane, it's gonna, no matter where the plane goes, it's gonna follow the plane. That's crazy. Now they've messed up. Why would you? It's like anyone that's attacking anyone that's trying to attack the US is just, you're risking your life. Why? The US spend the most amount of money on the army. Why would you why? You're gonna lose. The manpower. This is gonna be crazy.
This is 102. We've been fired on.
Thinking on his feet, he orders 107 to get after the one who shot. Machinsky instantly races into the fray, turning around 180 degrees and ending up right on the six of the two Libyans. The enemy pilots scatter in separate directions, but Machinsky has his eyes locked on the lead fitter. He chases him across the sky, matching the Libyan through every twist and turn. He selects his AIM-9AL Sidewinder missiles and pulls the trigger. But nothing happens. An alert flashes on his screen. The missile is faulty and won't fire. Meanwhile, Kleeman has already turned around and is catching up to the second enemy. He's about to fire when the Libyan fighter makes a turn towards the sunrise. Kleeman realizes in a split second that the heat-seeking Sidewinder could lock onto the heat of the sun, so he patiently waits for the enemy fighter to change direction. It's 10 long seconds until the Libyan pilot finally makes a turn, and his fate is sealed. The missile lights up and rockets off from under 102's wing. He can see the smoke trail as it tracks to perfection and slams straight into the engine of the Su-22, shredding its tail and starting a fire. The burning wreckage falls from the sky, and the pilot ejects. On board Machinsky's Tomcat, the radar intercept officer spots Kleeman's target falling in the distance and shouts,
"Someone's been hit! Someone's been shot!"
Machinsky turns his head to see the column of black smoke falling into the sea below. Worry fills him for a second as he can't tell who it is.
Can we just talk about the narration? The whole production is ridiculous. This channel is ridiculous. I feel like I'm there. I'm so hooked to this right now. Fuck.
With immediate relief, he hears the voice of Kleeman over the radio, reporting his victory.
Affirmative, shot one of them down.
With the Su-22 still ahead and with the gravity of their actions heavy in his mind, Machinsky asks on the radio,
"Want me to shoot my guy down?" "That's affirm. Shoot him down."
Machinsky doesn't need to be told twice. He's chasing the Libyan through a right-hand turn when he pulls the trigger. His second and last Sidewinder rockets away, but goes dead straight, exiting stage left from Machinsky's field of view. Frustrated, but without time to think, he switches to guns and resolves to shoot the fitter out of the sky. But before he can even try, the missile zips past his field of view. It chases down the Libyan jet and detonates into its fuselage. Fire and shrapnel fill the sky ahead, and Machinsky yanks back on the stick. He's squished into his seat as he pulls an enormous 10 Gs, barely avoiding the cloud of debris. Both pilots are recovering from the adrenaline when the news of their peril finally reaches command at the Nimitz. They hear through the radio,
102, 107, you are clear to defend yourself.
Kleeman proudly responds,
And this is 102, 107, 2 enemy killed.
Fortunately, both Libyan pilots, Captain Balkasem Emsik al-Zintani and First Lieutenant Mokhtar al-Arabi al-Jafari, ejected and survived the encounter. They were picked up by Libyan rescue helicopters an hour after the events. Further escalation was avoided, and the takedown of the two Su-22s remained the only combat in the entirety of the operation, which remained bloodless. Kleeman and Machinsky returned to much fanfare among their peers, but received no awards. The incident would go.
That's crazy. So the MiG, is that the MiG-25 that the Russians were using? And the F-14, it looks like the F-14 is better. That is crazy. But thank God no one died. That was intense.
Go on to have little political impact. It further strained the already terrible US-Libyan relations, but brought about little action from either government. The events of that day would be studied by the writers of Top Gun, who used it and other engagements as inspiration for the movie's combat scenes. Fast Eagle 102 went on to be restored by a group of veterans in 2016. It's now on display in the Midland Army Airfield Museum, where you can visit it in Texas. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel and please watch more videos of ours. Thank you.
That was crazy. The fact that they've got a visual, explaining what's going on, that was intense. Looks like we've learned a lesson there. Just don't fire at them. Don't fire. You're not gonna win. You can't win against the US. You can't. That was something else. Let me know if you guys want to check out some more stuff like this. You know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. I've also posted, there was a video similar to this that was blocked on YouTube that I posted on Patreon. It's free, so check it out on Patreon. And I'll see you guys very soon. Bye bye.